You know what time it is. What's up, race fans? SpeedZoneTV here once again for race number 8 for the Wagoner's Welding Superspeedway series. I'm your host, Robert Warren tonight. We're shaking it down here with the Xfinity car at Echo Park Speedway for race number 8. So we're going to be doing 50 laps, duking it out. And we're looking at some interesting weather conditions here. We got 69 track temp, 95 humidity. So we're going to start to see a little bit of cloud cover. Skies are clear, but don't let that humidity fool you. And we're going to be taking a look at those winds, 2-mile-an-hour wind. So it is a cold track, but also on the bottom side of the screen there, you can see that the track temperature is 69 degrees. So very interesting on this 1.5 mile speedway. We're going to take a quick look at our grid and see what we see here. So we got Pilot on the pole in that 29 machine. He was havoc a couple weeks ago. Just took out the whole field. Good job, buddy. 67 Ryan on the outside pole. Smith in third. Parsons fourth. Straminsky fifth. Ramsey sixth. Seventh is Barker. Eighth Sprinkle. Wagner in ninth. Miller 10th. And 11th is Hurst. Steele in 12th. Trying to get it to scroll. I'll have to roll through the rest of that shortly as we just get accustomed to this. We'll get over to some racing action as these guys start to get all ready to shimmy. $50 laps of action tonight. We've got an interesting points battle brewing up for race number 8. So championship implications occurring. Sprinkle and Smith lead the points. Smith is currently in the third spot, and Sprinkle sitting back in, looks to be the 6th spot on the outside there. So we're going to have to be watching those two as the night progresses. Getting ready to go green here with action here at Echo Park Speedway. Green flag is out. These guys are away. Race is going to happen pretty quick here. Lap times will be fast. Island holding the bottom side with Smith in behind that outside line. Not gripped up yet. We'll have to see what line becomes dominant. Xfinity car here will be challenging to handle. Wiggling down through that front stretch. Everyone's looking for clean air, 2x2. On the outside is that 67 of Ryan making his presence felt on the outside of Smith as they go down the backstretch into turn 3. Got a spinner on the bottom side. No caution is out. That's below the racing surface. That looks to be the 96 of Barker off the pace. Sprinkle in, but oh, gets a little taggy, spinning. Contact there. Caution is out. We're going to take it back to the SpeedZoneTV instant replay in just 1 second. It's looking like Sprinkle might have got tagged. Let's take a look at it here. Tough break for him there. We'll just we'll watch it one more time. Try to bring it back just a little bit further. Run it at quarter time here. Go ahead and take a look at that. Guys are just getting ready. Big run from the 7 machine. And that's, I believe, the 7 of Steel getting into Sprinkle quite hard. I'm going to go back to live action here. Well, going to be able to get away. These guys do have a fast repair. Colin here, setting the pace for tonight. Car's getting caught up in the damage. Big run there. Brings the first caution out. That's going to be lap 5 for our first caution. Try to give you some different perspectives as the night goes on here. But let's take a look at our leader. Started first, currently first, and he's led 5 laps so far. Jimmy Pilon. Looking good so far. Lights are going to go off on the pace truck, or pace car this time by. If you are on the live broadcast here and you want to give a shout out to your favorite driver, we'll be popping back and forth to that live chat. I'm going to give you a little bit of excitement on what's going on for your driver. All the sauce. We got 19 cars in the field tonight. Live on SpeedZoneTV for the Wagoner's Welding Superspeedway Series, race number 8. Talked about the dead heat of Sprinkle and Smith. That's going to put a little wrinkle in Sprinkle's plan for that championship. But it really doesn't get tighter than this. These guys are lock and step with points. They're tied. Sprinkle does own the edge with 2 wins versus 1. But Smith has been a dominant presence this entire season, currently sitting in the 3rd spot, where Sprinkle is in 18th after that incident. Got the touch on Barnes in the 7th. We're getting ready to go green. Barnes is just 5 points back, and he's been starting at the back of the field, so you're going to have to watch out for that 3 machine. Grace squinting one eye. I don't see him in the field tonight, but he's also in contention with that points. Belts are tight, ready to go green once again with the SpeedZoneTV for the Roughneck Racing Wagoner's Welding Series. Island gets a good jump with Ryan on the outside. Smith is gonna inch his way in there on the bottom side. Barnes on the bumper of Miller. Parson in the 33 car, new paint tonight. He's hoping for some luck, I think. We've seen him be a contender in just about every race, but hasn't fared that well down the front stretch here, 2 by 2. Let's give you now some perspective here on board with Tyler Barnes. You can see the intensity that these drivers have here, feathering the throttle up on the wheel. Barnes doing a good job of holding the bottom side there. Ryan looking to get some type of run as Smith is able to get around Pilon. We must have missed that pass here, as now Ryan is door to door with Pilon for that P3 spot. Big run from that 67 down the backstretch. Little bump for Parsons going into the corner. That's going to help him get some momentum. Ryan is rolling the high side, looking for some side draft as they go down that front stretch. Parson right on the bumper of Ryan with the 30 machine, a Wagoner in tow. Lap 11 complete. Coming to 12 just now. Race could be a fast one, just depending on how patient and or aggressive these drivers get. Tire wear will be a factor here at Echo Park. The more you load up that right front going into the corner, the more you will struggle on the exit. Ryan jumps to the outside with Parson again, trying to get a run. They want to get around Smith. Barnes tight on the bumper of Miller in that 15 Wrangler machine. All the cars within 2 seconds of each other. You can just take a big blanket over the entire field. Taking a look at the fastest drivers for fast laps here, or sorry, for 5 laps here on the bottom side of the screen. They're not up front. They're further back in the draft. You see those position numbers there, 12, 13, 16, 19. You know, these guys are a little bit further back. Oh, no! Wagner sliding down to the bottom of the track. He's able to gather it up. And there we go. Wagner's going to get himself in trouble. Locks it up. Oh, tough break for Sprinkle. That's going to be on the 30 machine, it looks like. We're going to go back. See if we can find that incident for our SpeedZoneTV instant replay here. Here we are here. Wagner gets loose. Sprinkle gets there. Hunter on the bottom. Wagner was already out of shape. Hunter gets gathered up. It's going to be a few of them. All bagged up here for the second caution. We'll go back to live action here. The gang of cars coming down pits there. We're on the 30 of James Wagoner, unfortunately, getting severe damage on that vehicle. Going to be interesting. We're up front now with that 67 of Ben Ryan. Doing one heck of a job here. We saw a mix of leaders so far. Let's take a look at those. Only 3 leaders so far. 8 laps led for Smith, 7 for Hyland, and 1 under caution for Ryan. So not electing to take fuel at this point. Interesting to see how Pylan does on the outside. He hasn't had to run the high groove yet. Let's take a look at our pit stops here for the top 10. Seeing 2 tires for Smith. 4 tires for Hurst. Guy's got 2 sets of tires and 1 fast repair. Extended out here. Look at the top 15 cars. We're seeing a mix of fuel only, 2 and 4 tires. So we'll have to watch that as that progresses tonight. Things are starting to heat up. We're approaching halfway, 17 of 50 laps. Lights are off on the pace vehicle. Second caution done here. See how Ryan takes off on this restart. Tires are going to be a big advantage here at Echo Park. Green is out. Parsons on the bumper of Ryan. Down the backstretch here. Everyone is tight as tight can be. Battling up front here. Ryan holding the bottom side. You don't want to let a car get under you. This is the preferred groove. It's the low groove. Gonna take a very specific and strong dance partners to make that outside work. You see Barnes hugging Pylan tight, looking for a side draft as they enter into turn 3. You can see Tyler Barnes making it work, inching up to the outside of Parsons slightly, but Miller is not tight enough on his bumper to push him forward. Smith in behind Miller with fresher tires. $30 laps to go now. These guys are mixing up. We got Sprinkle being caught a lap down. If these drivers are successful at making it through, he's hugging the wall. Doing his best he can to stay out of the... Oh, hard in the wall there. Damage for Hunter and Sprinkle. Hunter taking it down low. Tough break for them. Looks like they came off the corner. There was not much room, not much real estate, but that's going to bring out our yellow flag with the cars off pace. Kind of playing into Ryan Parsons and Pylan's hand. You know, technically come in now, grab some tires, and get that track position back, because everyone's going to probably want to do the same thing. See the battle down pit road to happen here. Everyone's getting ready to come in, it looks like. Maybe not everyone. It looks like the previous drivers who pitted are staying out. But majority of the field will be coming down pit road. Tough break for Sprinkle tonight. Luck was not in his favor. That's going to hurt the battle for the championship. Take a look at our leaders now. We got Hurst, Steele, Beebe, Richardson, Manning, Barker, Straminsky have all stayed out. We look at some of our biggest movers tonight. No surprise, we're seeing BB, Richardson, Hurst, Steele, and Manning. All of them have stayed out, looking to get that track position here on this 1.5 mile speedway. We talked about our weather conditions at the start. Let's take a look at them right now. Looks like the track is heated up slightly at 72 degrees. We still have clear conditions and no wind, so I'm not sure if this is what these drivers have set their cars up for and how they're handling. If we're going to be able to see Hurst here kind of just run away with things, having clean air. We're approaching halfway in the race. There's still a lot of racing left. Lights are off on the pace vehicle. We're going to give a quick shout out to our league sponsor, Wagoner's Welding.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our...
Become elite. Join Roughneck Racing today. Gonna be an epic start here up front. Two guys not quite in the mix. We're gonna hop on board the 16 machine as they fire off. Green is out. Hurst gets a heck of a start. Looks like Steele's going to be able to clear low, and he does. These three are going to stack up. That's Manning in behind in the fourth with Richardson in the fifth spot. Drivers are going to want to get to that bottom side. We haven't seen a lot of pressure from that second groove. These drivers need to start to work together to see if it's a viable option, or if you're just going to start rooting people up off the bottom as you come off the exit or the turns. If somebody starts to get a little bit of a push, you can easily achieve that cut under on the exit of 4. Single file there for the first 5 cars. We got Richardson on the outsiders. That's Straminsky. Trying to get a little bit zoomed in here. Is it Straminsky on the bottom? That's Richardson on the outside. Making it stick. Gets a big run. That's piling in behind him. Likely got freshies on. Looking to dance. Gonna take a look at the cockpit of Pylon down the backstretch. He's led a bunch of laps tonight, stayed out under caution, came in a little bit later. Richardson gets a little high, looser up to the top of the track. Big battle down the front stretch here. Hurst trying to hold off Richardson. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Hurst and Richardson door to door in 3. Hurst is not going to give up the bottom. Drivers get a pretty good run down the front stretch, and that outside line becomes viable. Wagoner dips below the paint in that 30 machine. Race is flying by. Tires are heating up and wearing out. The bottom side still has momentum. Island tight. The 7 machine of steel. BB swerving all over the corner, searching for grip. Ryan now up on the bumper of Pylon. I think fresh tires are going to start to prevail. We'll take a look at the pit stops. Ooh, little touch from Hurst. He's going around. He's got it back, but it looks like Barnes gets off pace. Manning as well. No caution is out. Richardson steals the lead with Pylon in behind. And that just happened all right in front of us. We're going to take a look at our leaders right here. Richardson only showing fuel. Pylon 4 tires. Ben looks like he had some damage, but he's out. Wagner 2 tires, Smith 4 tires. If these estimates are correct, Richardson could be fighting for his life here. Island knocking Richardson. Not sure if there's contact, but it sure looked like there was. "15 laps to go." We're starting to see these cars lose grip on the exit of 4. The aero package for this Xfinity car proving to be challenging at Echo Park tonight. Ryan got the lead with Wagner on the bumper. Steele on the outside with no dance partner. Smith in behind with Pylon, Miller, and Copperthorne. Oh, Barker up in the mix as well. Wagner goes to the high side looking for a little bit of help from Steele. Gonna be hard to make it happen on that second groove. Wagner does get a run. As they go into turn 1, a tight battle there. Let's see on the exit of turn 2. Wagner using the side draft bump from Steele. Here it comes. Ryan's going to be hard to pass. Definitely not going to make it easy. And with Smith and Pylon, you know that those guys are giving all the best they can of aero to push Ryan up front to maintain that track position. I think they just need one more on that high side, and it will dramatically change how these cars are propelling down the straightaways. 12 laps to go. This one's winding down. Smith getting a little loose there. Steele and Wagner getting close in that second groove. Ooh, contact there. Pylon shoots down to the inside. It looked like Steele and Wagner got together. As they got together, Pylon, that 29 machine, was the victim of an unfortunate series of events. 10 laps to go. Steele up on the outside. Gary Miller in the mix with Copperthorne in behind. Wagner, known for his strength at super speedway style racing, Steele has been no slouch. Even down into 1 with 9 laps to go. This one's winding down. Smith drifts up high slightly. Steele gets a little loose, is able to save it. Tight is the battle between Steele and Ryan. No room to breathe or think. Sprinkle comes up in the mix. This outside line just got some more help. I don't know if the damage is holding Sprinkle back a little bit. Outside groove is falling off slightly. Ryan now showing as most laps led. Her second spot for laps led. I don't know if we're seeing anyone who's the fastest. Richardson showing as the fastest. first as well, but they're further back, so likely able to leverage more of the draft. Whereas these guys up front are just banging on each other's bumpers, making sure that one groove doesn't get an advantage over the other groove. Five laps to go. Not sure where to look. You can't look everywhere, but you got to pick somewhere, that's for sure. Wagner falling off the bumper slightly. Steele trying to pinch down and disrupt the bottom side of Smith and Ryan working together. Unsuccessful. I think Parsons ready to push. Wants around the lap car of Sprinkle, 12 laps down showing on our tower. Three laps to go. Wagner all over the bumper of Steele. They just need another car out there to get it done. On board with that 30 machine of Wagner. The tires scrubbing on the entry of the corner. Oh, getting loose. He's wheeling it. Everyone's getting loose. In the cockpit of the 98 of Copperthorn. Two laps to go. Oh, contact there. That's Barnes and Beebe shooting down below the surface. Final lap, there's going to be no caution. Back up with our leaders here. It's probably going to get dicey. Steele is around. Woo, that's going to be all the carnage we don't need to see. We got Ryan and Smith battling for the lead. There's just not too many cars left. Looks like the 13 machine of Ramsey's going to grab that third spot, as there's carnage everywhere on the track. And that's going to be a tough finish for race number 8 here at Echo Park Speedway for the Wagner's Welding Superspeedway series at Roughneck Racing. Heck of a finish. Not sure what to make of it. But, you know, here we are. Man, so much action to unpack there. I'm not sure we're able to unpack it all. We'll just take a look at an incident here. Already looks like it's happening. Richardson is around. Everyone is around. Oh, gets clipped again. That's some hurt. That's some insult to injury right there. And Ryan, our winner tonight. We're going to be taking a quick intermission here and going around for some driver interviews.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336 670 3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336 670 3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank
Going to be looking to grab some of these drivers here for an interview. The conclusion of race 8. If the 13 machine of Ramsey joins us, we'll give him a second before we grab our second place finish. Mr. Andrew Smith, how you feeling about tonight's P2 finish, sir?
Well, considering I won last week, P2's really good. We would always like to win, right? But I'm pretty sure I told you in last week's interview that I hate Atlanta and I most definitely hate the Xfinity cars. So to be able to run the way we did tonight, I'm feeling great.
Yeah, I mean, you started third, you finished second, so I think basically what you said came true. What were you experiencing as far as like handling characteristics with the car? Were you push, were you loose? What was going on for you?
It was super loose all the way around. If you were up front and you had all the clean air, you were way smoother than everybody else. So when I was running up front in the beginning, uh, it wasn't too bad, but once I got in traffic and stuff, it was it was not fun. This was not fun. This was not a good car track combo, but either way we survived.
I mean, only a few cautions tonight, and it looks like people were just, perhaps losing that ability to drive the car, maybe not as comfortable as what they're used to. I don't know. Very interesting. I mean, hats off to you for your finish tonight. You called it. You said you didn't like it, but you'll take your P2. I don't know where we're headed to next week. Let's take a look. On the 19th, we'll be in the next gen at Daytona. You like that one a little bit more than this?
That's gonna be way better than this. So much more smooth. Uh, we're looking. Hopefully, we'll have a green flag race next week. I'm not trying to jinx it, but those are good cars for drafting, so should be
So,
fun.
so it looks like you came in and around, was it lap 23-ish for your pit stop. Did you think that was the move there to get you back up front near the end? Like, were tires that much of an advantage? Because like a couple different pit strategies, right?
Honestly, I don't know. I didn't. I kind of drove with my mouth wide open in this race. I'm like, I'm really tired, and I don't really think I paid much attention to my pit strategy this time. I just kind of went in and was like, I guess I'll take some tires. So that's that's kind of how my night went. It was just kind of whatever. We're driving, so we got second.
Oh heck yeah, brother! Who do you want to give a shout out to for your second place finish tonight, Andrew?
Want to give a shout out to James Wagoner's Welding. You for putting on the broadcast. Love the new overlay. I was checking it out during the race. There is some things I did notice that we will let you know about. SWA Sabres, Turtle Wax, and Race to Stop Suicide.
Awesome. Well, congrats again on your P2 finish, and hope to be chatting to you again next week.
Mm-hmm.
That's our P2 finisher, Andrew Smith. We're going to be bringing in our winner, Ben Ryan. Ben, the man of the night. What's going on? How you feeling about the win tonight?
That one felt pretty good. It was pretty sketchy out there, but it worked out.
I mean, you're showing as most laps led with 22 laps led, so you kind of got stitched your strategy, I would say there, as far as when you pit there, got track position. Were you worried about the guys on your bumper?
Yeah, I was a bit concerned coming to the white flag there. Andrew stayed pretty committed through the whole run, and he wasn't pushing me too hard. He was just keeping us so that we could stay ahead of the outside lane. But coming to the white, he backed off me and got like a 2-car gap or a 3-car gap, and I knew a run was coming. But then, thankfully, he didn't take it to the top. He thought about it, but he didn't take it.
Yeah, it looked like that second groove all night really struggled to get momentum. Did you feel like it was a viable option to go up there and make a pass? I don't know if you used it much after you got the track position.
Yeah, I think it's viable. You just need the right guys to commit. It almost seems like if you try to bump, it actually slows you down. So you're better off to kind of run just off each other's bumper. And if you get 2 or 3 guys in a lane, like Tim, Jimmy, and me drove to the front, and then Tim got really loose on the bottom there and chased it up into my left rear. But then I think he gathered it up. But um, you just had to stay committed on the top and let the front guy kind of lead the line and side draft, and then you could make something happen up there. It just took a bit of commitment.
Are you going to be making an appearance on Wednesday for the truck race at Iowa?
I'm hoping to be at the truck race in Iowa. It depends how the work schedule is, but as of right now, I think I'll be home, so I'll definitely be running it if I can.
Oh, I mean, congrats on your win tonight. It looked like you had a miracle, and the 4 machine of Smith and the 7 machine of Dalton. Even Wagoner was up there for a bit. They couldn't mount a good enough charge, so did a good job of saving your right front and keeping that thing gripped up. Who do you want to give a shout out to for your win?
Yeah, just you guys for doing this, and Roughneck for putting it on. Tim and Johnny put a lot of work into this, and I know it takes a lot to broadcast it, so just like to shout out to you guys. It's all good. It's a lot of fun.
All right, buddy. Well, hope to be seeing you racing on Wednesday night and/or again next Monday for next gens at Daytona, and pop a bottle, buddy.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll talk to you then. Hopefully I see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, see you, buddy. That was our winner, the 67 of Ben Ryan, getting it done. Very interesting race tonight as far as the car track combo. We see drivers starting to lose a grip on the exit of the turns. So, I think that's really interesting. We're going to take a look at our results for the race here as we sign this one off. We just talked to our top 2 finishers there. The 67 of Ryan, who won tonight, dominating performance, 22 laps led. Smith in second spot, and Ramsey third, who didn't make it out of the tech shed. I think he might have been having that carburetor checked because he came from the back to the front really quick when all that carnage was happening. 58 of Hurst grabs 4th, Straminsky 5th, Miller 6th, Steele 7th, BB 8th, Parson 9th, Pylon 10th, Copperthorne 11th, Manning in the 12th spot, Barker 13th, Richardson 14th, Keltner 15th, 16th goes out to Wagner, Barnes in 17th, Sprinkle in 18th, and rounding out the field is Hunter in that final starting spot. So, interesting race tonight as far as that car track combo. I think, next week will be kind of like what more of these guys are used to as far as the super speedway package goes with the next gen at Daytona. But before we go there, we'll be here again live on SpeedZoneTV Wednesday night for the truck series at Iowa Speedway. So That's going to be a very interesting track. I do like Iowa Speedway. I think it makes for some great racing. But who's to say until we get there? These guys put on a heck of a show tonight. I believe it was 3 cautions. But yeah, one heck of a show. Anyhow, I'm Robert Warren, Speed Zone TV, signing off. Hoping to be seeing you guys signed in for Wednesday night. If not, we'll be back Monday night for another super speedway battle. And make sure you're putting a like and share on the broadcast. Take care, everyone.